Be silent. Observe.
Let's fly. Defensive mode, please.
Close your eyes. Fear the dark.
Show me your move.
Be silent. To dust.
How about this? Flag, shall we?
Close your eyes.
Let's fly. How about this?
Be silent.
Well,
Observe. To dust. Be silent.
I can still. Let me
Let's fly.
Defensive mode engaged.
Wait.
Observe. The long sleep beckons. Do you fear the dark?
Clean up, people.
Let me try. Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark?
Like this.
Hold on to your hats.
Observe. To dust.
Take me up.
Defensive mode engaged.
Animal test 60 good.
Close your eyes. Be silent. Night falls. Observe. To dust.
A new moon rises.
Preparing for dust up.
Absorption test.
Be silent. To dust. Observe. Be silent. Night falls.
Flame. A moonlit night for all. Animal test 60 good.
Observe. To dust. Close your eyes. Night falls.
Annihilation mode. Clean up, Seeker.
Surge. New moons converge. Stand clear.
Be silent. Close your eyes. Night falls. Be silent. To dust.
Flame.
Defensive mode engaged.
Absorption test.
Observe. Be silent. Night falls. Observe. Night falls.
A moonlit night for all.
Cleanup sequence initiated. Ultimatum protocol.
Stand clear.
To dust. Be silent. Night falls.
A new moon rises.
Installation check.
Absorption test.
Close your eyes. Observe.
Let's get started.
Hey Icy, how are you doing?
Watch out! A turning point?
Final warning! Controlled breathing. Let's... It's justice o'clock! Yeah! Yeah! Charge! Oof! Charge! Yeah! Yeah! Hero incoming!
Stay back! The story has only...
Stop right there! Quick as a flash! Start the... Oof! Heads up! Hero incoming! Yeah!
Oh, yeah, enjoy your dinner. Yeah, I'm good, thank you very much, I'm good. Just like, yeah, doing nothing, just like, try to... What's that? What was that? Oh yeah. Try to get good artifacts for my characters, unfortunately, yes, I'm not so lucky. Recently. Yo, but I just use random teams actually, you know, like let's say, yeah, I don't use the same team on domains, etc., something like that. It's more fun to use like different teams. But yeah, Varys is actually good. It's a crazy character, not gonna lie. Especially if you have good set, like proper set and good artifacts, she's insane. And if you have Constellation 6, Chevreuse and Janssen, she's just insanely crazy. Super powerful character. Unfortunately, not so free to play as many players says, because getting Constellation 6, Chevreuse and Janssen, it's actually a little bit expensive.
Defensive mode engaged.
Animal tech 60.
Close your eyes. To dust. Night falls.
Green moons converge.
Preparing for Dusta.
Observe. Be silent. Night falls. Observe. To dust.
A new moon rises. Flame.
Cleanup sequence in
Stand clear.
Close your eyes. Be silent. To dust. Observe. Fear the dark.
ultimatum protocol.
Surge. Green moons converge. Absorption test.
Be silent. Night falls. Observe. Night falls.
Defensive mode in the
Stand clear.
Close your eyes. To dust. Be silent. Night falls.
A new moon rises. Surge.
preparing for Dusta.
Absorption test.
Observe. Night falls. Be silent. Fear the dark.
A moonlit night for all. Flame.
Cleanup sequence in
Animal test 60.
Observe. Be silent. To dust.
Also, no, I mean like the weapon, that's prototype. Oh, for real? Oh, just a second, let me check that. Yeah, you're right. My bad. I mean, like, yeah, I was tested. You know what? Why is that? Yeah, you're right. I just, by the way, I already have Nefer premium. Should I get ineffa or Zibai? I don't have. Let's say like that. Nor do I plan to, like, yeah, if you don't want to go for Flins, you know what's the point is, like, if you have Columbina, it looks like if you have Nefer's premium team, it means you have Columbina. Or when it comes to that, I maybe would suggest, if you don't want to go for, you know what's the point is, Zibai, Columbina and ineffa, it's a pretty good duo, and it fits literally any teams at the moment. Like literally any team you can like put these two characters and you can get Nod-Krai buff, you can get pretty good shield and damage as well, you know. When it comes to Zibai though, Zibai is actually pretty good free to play, and also that banner is crazy. You know why? Most likely you have couple Goro constellations. Because of that, even if you get Itlo at least constellation 2, he might be useful. And also like Aino in that banner as well, you know. So I would say Zibai is not a bad option. It's actually, because you know why? With only that banner you already get a full team, you know. The only problem with Zibai, she is limited. I mean, in terms of oh, we should get like didn't we? Like, yeah, anyway, we know the banner. The banner is going to be Zibai, Aino, Itlo, and Goro. The problem with Zibai is she is limited when it comes to damage. It's only lunar crystallized. But if you don't want to go for Flins, I would say it's better go for Zibai. You get a full team, you know, and she's pretty powerful. It's a pretty good team. Yes, there's some, you know, like, I don't want to say problem or something. You still, you will get that crystallized shield anyway. The problem is when you play with Zibai, you need to do like 4 normal attacks and try to get like 5th attack because of damage, you know. So yeah, it's kind of like that. I already saw like a combo, pretty good combo with Zibai. With free to play Zibai, by the way. Free to play, I mean like Constellation 0 or 1. So yeah, I plan to use Zibai, Bina, Itlo, Chiori. What? Zibai, Itlo, Chiori. It's not a good team actually. Why is that? Yes, you can use Chiori. because Chiori will place that Tomato on a field and you can get damage. And by the way, that constructions considered to be lunar constructions, lunar crystallite, like geo constructions. Just a second, let me just show you. It's better to go for Zibai in my opinion. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Nefer. I'm not a big fan of Zibai as well. I have Flins. I'm pretty okay with Flins, but I know that like these two characters are pretty good, especially like Nefer when it comes to some specific enemies. She is actually pretty good. Zibai being able to Chiori. You can use Chiori, but you know, like Goro is better. The point is with that. Yeah, I can. Oh yeah, I can actually. Just a second. You know what I can do? I can go Columbina. I can go. I want to show you like, because that constructions, which is lunar crystallized creates, it's considered to be a geo construction. Because of that, they can resonance with Albedo skill and Zhongli skill as well. And let's add. Yeah.
Understood. Come into gather.
See that? See the stuff? That's crazy actually. And if you have, you see like all of this stuff, it's like crystallized reactions. Because of geo constructions, they just do damage. And like, yeah, that's insane. And you literally do nothing and get 50k damage. See?
Stabilize.
See? That's crazy actually. And damage is pretty good. You literally do nothing. Just like, yeah, just place albedo. And like, by the way, how can I create the damage? I don't know how can I like increase the damage. I don't know, but yeah, you can use Chiori, but I would say it's not a great option. You know why? You can. Why not? If you don't have Goro, if Goro is low, like at low level, you can. The only problem with like why Goro might be better. Even though Goro is not a great healer, he's a healer at the end, you know? Just let me check my Goro. So yeah. Yeah, he's Constellation 2 only, but yeah, at Constellation 4 he can heal. If I'm not mistaken, just a second. Yeah, you see that? So it's like it will also heal active characters. Yes, it's like super small healing, you know? But again, of Goro's defense, on defense by 1 point, you can increase his defense by a lot. Maybe you will get some buffs, etc. So yeah, he can heal, not so much, but again, something, you know. And also, Zibai should be on field, as you know. So yeah, because of that, you need to like, yeah, place Chiori's skill. Time to time use her burst, because Chiori's burst actually do pretty good damage. You can. You can. I still would suggest you to use Goro because you will increase your DPS definitely. But if you don't have Goro or you don't want to level him up, then yes, use Chiori. I saw like I have like Goro Constellation 6. Still not Chiori Supermass. I mean, yeah, it's up to you. I mean, if you like the character, why not? And I have Prototype Amber Columbina, enough for me. Oh yeah. Oh, like let's say like that. Yes, Prototype Amber Columbina is more than enough. Because of energy, you need to give her enough energy recharge. So yeah, let's say like that. 150, unfortunately, it's not enough. Like I will so far I noticed that you need about like 160 something to get more comfortable play. You still can do with 150, but it's a little bit like tight, you know, like you need to like catch particle. But yeah, that lunar crystal's reaction is crazy. I like it a lot, especially, you know why? Because Columbina herself can enable all of the like Nod-Krai reactions, all of the lunar reactions, like bloom, lunar charge, and lunar crystallize. So because of that, you can use her. Wanna check my Nefer and Columbina? Why not? Just give me your in-game ID, no problem. Yeah, I'm super close to clear diary because I was able to clear this boss. I was able to clear this boss with this team, and yeah, now it's like this one, which is actually like, yeah, Nefer is crazy against this one, and you only need Lauma. Yeah, not so much regret. Yes, maybe a little bit because of this boss. You know why? Because I saw so many runs with Constellation 0R0 Nefer. And like, yeah, it's possible to clear that. You just need to get used to the boss because he moves pretty annoying. Sometimes he get out of the field, then like come back. It might be annoying, but again. All right, so yeah, let me check. Let me switch the window. Oh, that's my account. Just a second. Oh yeah, like it's not a bad idea to increase her burst first because you know why? Her burst, which gives you like it activates passive and also gives you lunar. It's not a bad idea. I did opposite. I did like level like I skill first then burst. Energy recharge is alright. Actually, it's good. HP, yes, 30. Like yeah, you need at least 35k. You can overcap that, but you can also go less, you know? So yeah. Nice. Congrats. And plus 15 from her passive. And Nefer, right? Oh, Nefer, that's crazy. I wouldn't suggest you to... okay, you will get a lot of crit rate from... Yeah, you have no choice. But you know what? You have so low elemental mastery. It's super low. Yeah. Unfortunately, no substats. That's alright. That's okay. Because she gets additional... Do you have Lauma? No Lauma? For real? Oh my god. You don't have Lauma? Looks like... More after Zibai. Artifact ready. Mora is not. Yeah, Mora is actually terrible. I know that. Mora, when it comes to Mora, it's like, yeah, it's kind of like so. It's always up. Mora books like this, mats like just imagine like 5 years old game, but yeah, we're still struggling with that Mora stuff. Yeah, I don't see Lauma. If you don't have Lauma, you know what? Oh yeah, you have Lauma. My bad. You have Lauma. Yeah, Lauma is good. You have enough elemental mastery. Nice. And yes, you crowned boss. By the way, you can completely like switch this one, you know, go for elemental mastery with crit rate, crit damage. Oh yeah, it has 22 energy recharge. That's crazy actually. Topias, that's okay, but she has like her own set. Yeah, I also noticed that this set, Serenade one, is actually the best set for Columbina, if you ask me, you know. And you know, damn bro, I watch different account. Yeah, my bad. I watched like completely just a second. Let me just switch that one back. Have her with Nahida signature. With Nahida signature. No. Yeah, you have not Lauma. That's true. My bad. But yeah, I don't see Lauma here. That's why. okay, that's all right. I mean, like, at least you, like, you know, like, when it comes to Lauma, you need to give her a lot of, elemental mastery. I would suggest it to increase that if you can in the future, you know? So yeah, it's a little bit low. You know why? Because she has a gap of elemental mastery. She needs 800 EM. Yes, she gets something out of passive, that is true. But again, it would be nice if you can reach at least like 650 or like close to 700. You know why? So yeah, in that case, your damage will be like increased by a lot. Just keep that in mind, because she scales like only of elemental mastery. Her like charge attacks like scales only on EM. That's it, out of EM. Hey Desta, how are you doing? Oh, Jax is Zoro, if I'm not mistaken. Hi Zoro, hi guys, how are you doing, guys? So yeah, today is like, yeah, as it's usually day we can discuss Zibai. I saw a couple combos, as I mentioned. Yes, like actually Zibai might be even more better than we thought. Why? Because there's already optimization for Zibai. So if you like Zibai, just go for Zibai. And by the way, that banner is pretty crazy when it comes to, because like, yeah, they give us Aino, Goro, and Itlo. So yeah, Goro is pretty old character. If you're not a new player, you definitely have him like Constellation 6. And yes, Goro is Goro. Like if you can get Constellation 2 is okay. And also the same applies to Aino. Aino Constellation 2, if I'm not mistaken, gives you additional EM. As you know, like Zibai needs elemental mastery. Let me switch my window real quick to the game. So yeah, I try to do like, yeah, I will show you what I did with my accounts. Oh my god, that's terrible. But it is. So yeah, that's what it is. So what I did, guys, I like if you notice that I was able to clear that with new LED, and I said that if I can clear that with new LED, I will go for Ineffa's weapon. So that was a condition, I would say. Yes, I went for Ineffa's weapon. Unfortunately, yes, I lost to another Columbina's weapon again. So yeah, now I have two Columbina's weapon, which is actually, I would say, better than any other weapons. I would say second best option. Why? Because I can use this weapon on new LED. Surprisingly, this weapon is actually not bad on new LED because it gives additional HP. Yes, this one is when triggering lunar reaction or inflict. If I'm not mistaken, he also can use that stuff, you know. I need to check that. Unfortunately, not now. I need to level this up. When it comes to weapon, my damage increased by actually a lot. Because back then, I was able, in that dummy test, I was able to do about 158. Now my damage increased to 178. So it's about 20k DPS increase. I would say it's not bad. Let's do that dummy test if you don't mind, guys. If you don't mind, just a second. No, Nahida. I have Nahida signature on Nefer, and I get EM from that too. Nahida signature, but don't you have, just a second? But is that like Nahida signature on Nefer? I mean, yes, you can, but her signature is way better. I have Nahida signature on Lauma, maybe. That's crazy improvement. On Lauma, yeah, okay, on Lauma. Yeah, you have Nahida signature on Lauma. No problem. I see. Like, yeah, because yeah, no problem. That's okay. Yeah, because yeah, you can. But you know what's the point is with Nahida? If you have Nahida Constellation 0, actually Sucrose might be better. Why is that? Because Sucrose gives you more EM buff, and also Sucrose gives you Red Shred for Columbina, for other damage. So if you ask me, it's actually not a bad idea to go for Sucrose instead of Nahida, you know? So yeah, the team is going to be, let me show you. Like, let's pretend like... so yeah, this is Nefer, right? You go with the team like that. It's going to be Columbina, it's going to be Nefer, it's going to be Lauma and Sucrose. You know why? With
want
that
to help.
team, your DPS will be better than with Nahida. Keep that in mind. You just need to give Sucrose, if you have Constellation 6, you don't need Constellation 6 actually. You just give a ton of EM, and since Lauma, since Nefer cannot utilize TDDS, you can actually do 1k Elemental Mastery on Sucrose, and you can benefit from that. Just keep that in mind. She's crazy, I mean, like, but yeah. You need, like NVidia said, she's better than Nahida. Just keep that in mind. If you use Nahida. Oh my god, just a second. Let me just build the team real quick. Sucrose actually...
Happy to oblige.
Damn, bro, come on. Just a second. So yeah. In time.
Allow me to lend you some
Just in
moonlight.
time. I forgot on which kit Sucrose gives EM to team burst. No, burst skill. I mean, it's not. It's reaction, not burst. You just need to do reactions. That's it, Testa. On which kit Sucrose? It's just like reaction. I will show you. Just a second. That's the point. You don't need to use, like, when you use her burst, then she gives damage buff. Additional damage buff. When you use her skill only, like any reaction, gives you, like, you can actually do like her normal attacks because she is a catalyst. I will check that just a second. But yeah, my damage increased. Let's say like that. My best team now, it's like this team: Columbina, ineffa, like Sucrose and Flins. No reaction. So on Nefer, like team, we use Sucrose after Columbina. After Columbina, yeah, that's true. You use because you cannot do anything with Dendro. You use Sucrose after Columbina. That is true. But also keep that in mind. You can also use it even after Lauma. Why is that? Because no matter what, Animo cannot react with Dendro. So yeah, you definitely will swirl Hydro. Or any element, like for example, if enemy has some element on it, so yeah, that element.
A new moon rises.
Insulation chamber deployed. Annihilation mode.
Absorption test.
Observe. Be silent. Do you fear the dark? Observe. Do you fear the dark?
Surge.
Defensive mode engaged.
Animal test 60.
Be silent. Observe. To dust. Be silent. To dust.
A moonlit night for all. Flame.
Ultimatum protocol.
Stand clear.
Close your eyes. To dust. Observe. Close your eyes.
Three moons converge.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Be silent. Close your eyes.
So yeah, if you notice that, so yeah, it's 178. And also, like, when it comes to overall damage, it's like 10 million damage, because before that I was able to do only 8.5, something like that, you know, and damage distribution is kind of like this. But yeah, it's always like, why ineffa is now slightly better because of her signature weapon, but ineffa increased my Flint's damage by 14%. That's actually good. I want to see each damage contribution. What is that? Oh yeah, like, can you show the detail? Yes, of course I can. Wow, ineffa so strong. Yeah, ineffa with that signature. Yeah, I always, if you want me to, I can. Oh yeah, you know what? Let's do with just a second. I can change the teams, by the way. No, ineffa, yeah, ineffa now with that weapon is actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. What's that? What was that? Can you show it? Yeah, I can. Oh, reaction. So yeah, let me check that Sucrose. And yeah, by the way, I just show like this. It's like that lunar crystallize. Just let me check. Sucrose. Sucrose, because you know what? Actually, Sucrose now is MVP. Like, if you remember, like Shinchu was MVP like couple versions ago. Now, like, Sucrose is MVP, and I think like within Nod-Krai, until the end of this patch. Like, yes, if you have Jahoda Constellation 6, it's better to use Jahoda. Not gonna lie, because you know what's the point is Jahoda gives you crit value, and crit value is actually more valuable than Elemental Mastery, which is obvious. Now, by the way, I randomly got Kave, my first copy. Let me check. Oh, Jahoda is level 17, just a second. I forgot that. Sometimes it's oh yeah, because when you have Constellation 6, she gives you additional crit value, which is actually crazy, you know. So yeah, 5% and like 40%, it's like 50 crit value for 20 seconds. And also she's a healer, and also she can hold. Yes, every character can hold, like Nod-Krai's set, but again. And by the way, she's a bow user, so if you have elegy bow, she also can give you additional elemental mastery. So let's say like that, it's not TDDS, but it's actually pretty good, because as you know guys, that elegy is one of the best bow in the game, by the way. Crazy supportive bow. My Jahoda gives less damage than Sucrose on Flins team. Oh, to be honest, it's impossible. TDDS contributes so much. No, actually no. You know why, Desta? Or let's say like that. Jahoda gives you crit value, and that crit value is more valuable than that attack buff and that EL. Again, it depends on rotation and many things, you know. Also, like if you have elegy, that you know that, but I don't have that elegy. Just a second, let me check. Like, unfortunately, if you don't have the weapon, you cannot check it. Equipment, we need to check. Equipment. Oh yeah, equipment. That's. Oh, at least I can show. Yeah. I mean this one. This elegy. This actually crazy weapon. It gives you EM buff. If I'm not mistaken, at refinement 1, it gives you 60 EM. So you can actually try to use that weapon on Jahoda. Oh, you don't have elegy. Me too. Actually, me either. Because you know why? That elegy is crazy weapon. If I'm not mistaken, at refinement 3, it gives you 180. Let me check that real quick. Just a second. Oh, just a second. Unfortunately, yeah, I missed that weapon back then. To be honest, I didn't went for that weapon at all. I usually
peer into the abyss needs simply to wander through Nod-Krai on a misty night. The march of the wild hunt will be sure to drag him into the darkness.
So yeah, it's energy recharge weapon, and yeah, it increased elemental. Oh no, at refinement, at refinement 1 at R0. At refinement 1 it's 60 EM, at refinement 3 it's 90 EM, at refinement 5 it's 120 EM, but on top of that it also an increased attack by 40. It's actually like, yeah, crazy weapon, insanely crazy weapon. So if you have a chance in the future, by the way, Desta, I would suggest you to go for that weapon, because that weapon will buff your Jahoda and teammates. I mean, not Jahoda, just Jahoda supportive abilities will be increased by a lot. So yeah, what I want to show you, by the way, again, like Icy asked me about that. So yeah, about that lunar crystallize, because to be honest, as you know guys, like my wishing roadmap is going to be like Varka. I maybe will skip, not maybe, I most likely will skip his weapon, but we'll see. I don't want to go for Zibai, even though Zibai is actually pretty good, but we'll see, you know, you never know, because why Varka, in my opinion, will be better than any other characters in the future? Because of Nicole. Nicole is going to be released in 6.6, she is going to be a shielder, most likely she will be kind of buffer, she is a Hexenzorkel. And I definitely want to go for Nicole because of Kinich. I hope she will be useful for Kinich, and the team like Kinich, Nicole, Emily, and Durin. Why Durin? Because Durin is Hexenzorkel as well. Will be just crazy. As you know, with Kinich, Zibai has kind of close combat abilities like Kid, like Kinich, but Kinich kind of like use that hook, you know, like to grapple, like yeah, let's say grapple to like connect with enemy, and like yeah, he is going around, which is super annoying sometimes. You know why? Because you cannot like cancel that one, that connection. But yeah, the point is, Kinich with some, if you get used to that, his kit, he can do up to 6 that enhanced attack. When it comes to Zibai though, it's only 4. But again, that enhanced attack gives you a ton of damage. As a free-to-play, it's about like 2 to 50, depends on your supportive characters and your build. Just imagine, that's crazy actually. So we're being late. Oh, that's okay, Mirak, that's okay. Hi, how are you doing? Yeah, like I hope it will come on a good banner. Elegy is tempting. Yeah, Elegy is definitely tempting. And why is that? Because let's say, you know, like Elegy, it's kinda, you can say Elegy, it's kinda Xiphos. Oh yeah, let me show you the like yeah, what I did. Like yeah, Mirak, like I'll show you later. So yeah, Elegy is kinda like yeah, so yeah, you see that weapon? Like yeah, unfortunately I missed that catalyst. Would be nice. But again, the following effect will trigger every 10 seconds, but it means non-stop. Because so yeah, the equivalent character will gain 30% of elemental mastery as a bonus attack for 12 seconds. So this one gives attack. Let's say Elegy doing kinda like the same thing, but it's 5-star. You know? Crazy weapon. My Constellation 0 R1 Flins contribute 10.8 million for like. Oh my god, for real.
People ought not be so
If
frightened
I change
of
Sucrose
ghosts.
to Yahoda,
They are
Flins
merely
lose
talking
damage
shadows,
quite a lot. How is it
chattering
possible?
away endlessly about their
like
past affairs.
it's in dummy test? 10.8 million in dummy test for real? With that build? With that characters? $10.8 million. Oh, it's impossible, Desta. You know why? I mean, with my builds, I can do like 10 point. Just a second. Oh no, my bad. Yeah, like yeah, no. It's like if you wanna try my account, feel free. Yeah, I will do it, but let's not today, if you don't mind. Yeah, I can do it because yeah, you know, like actually yes, I'm sorry about that. Last time I didn't. If I'm not mistaken, yes, I kinda like, not skipped, I forgot about that dummy test. Yeah, would be nice to do that, not gonna lie. You know what's the problem with that test, and like, it depends on high ping, it relies on the ping, unfortunately. So yeah, if ping is higher, it's actually like, yeah, might be slightly different result. But again, I will definitely do that. I will, no problem, next time you can like use that dummy test, like yeah. Zibai, oh yeah, yeah. It would be nice actually, not gonna lie. Yeah, he got like, yeah, burst every rotation with Columbina. Yeah, with Columbina, you know why is that? With his signature,
the richness and complexity of humanity.
Translation
the
0
wanton
R1,
cruelty
yeah.
of the few is not
That signature is
worth
actually,
our
his
ire.
signature to be honest is pretty impressive. It's way better than this one. It's about like 15 to 20% damage increase. I still use this one. I can switch to R2 Jade Spear, but yeah, I need to change my build. So, and also like this weapon is good, but a little bit annoying. Why? Because you need to do a lot of normal attacks. Maybe against the boss he might be useful, but we'll see. What's that? Get well soon. Sorry for being late. That's okay. Get well soon. Okay. Oh, hello, I'm a bit like dizzy. Can read chat well. Oh, okay. Like, get well, Mirak. Get well. Easy. What happened, Mirak? Come on. So yeah, let me again show you what I did with my account. If you just joined, guys. So yeah. I decided, let me do that Stygian like onslaught diary mode, just like show you how close I am. Unfortunately, it's still not enough damage, even with Columbina level talent 9, I mean like burst, I'm super close. I just a little bit like off damage, just a little bit. I also like rebuilt my Columbina and my ineffa a little bit. Finally can get a lunar Hey Kakarot, how are you doing? A lunar DPS tomorrow? It's not. Is it tomorrow for real? Oh, it's like, yeah. You mean like Zibai? I wish you best of luck. So yeah, guys, what I did actually. Oh, since I was able to clear this one, I just said like if I can clear this one with my team, and actually it was possible. Team wasn't so crazy, to be honest. It's like without signature. I used to use this one. I was surprised with how sacrificial Jade is good actually, you know. I didn't use Columbina's weapon, even though it's possible. It's not a bad weapon on New Bullet. So yeah, it was this one. Favonius, signature on xilonen, and signature on Kazuha. That signature actually helped a lot. And yeah, this one is go like, yeah, Shock Trooper, like, you know, like, let's say like Jean is broken as hell. And usually, I don't know, maybe they on purpose, like, give us like at least one enemy who can be like, yeah, destroyed by Jean. But again, you can watch the video, by the way. I posted the video about that run. Zibai tomorrow can wait. Oh, for real? She's tomorrow? Oh, I didn't know that. How much are you gonna go for this? Oh yeah. Oh, let me. Is she tomorrow? For me, it's in 2 days. Just a second. Oh yeah, that's true. She's tomorrow. Okay, guys. So yeah, that's tomorrow. And by the way, like this week's Imaginarium setup wasn't so difficult. It actually was easier than previous one, if you ask me. Unfortunately, they always put the enemies where you need shield or healing. That's super annoying, to be honest. Super annoying. Yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully, yeah, I wish you best of luck this time. Because, to be honest, if you ask me, Constellation 2 is the way. And her signature, of course. Don't forget about signature. You know why? Actually, like, let's say like that. If you go for Constellation, signature is actually, it's pretty good to have signature. Signature definitely increase the damage, and that damage increase, it's actually about like 20 to 25%. Back then, it wasn't so obvious, you know, because like Hoyo, like we get used to the game, we get used to the enemy, but hoyoverse get used to us, to players. And they do, like, they release more and more better weapons. I mean, better in terms of useful, you know why? The damage between first and second one, like signature and second one, is actually now pretty high. Let's say when it comes to Flins, it's about 20-25%. When it comes to Nefer, it's also, and Nefer's weapon is actually broken as hell, because it gives more than 110 or 20 crit value. By the way, Varka's weapon is going to be crazy as hell as well. You know, it's like speed increase, like normal attack speed, and also like 110 crit value. Just insane. So yeah, a little bit greedy if you ask me, but it is what it is. I'm still debating between hot and about that. It depends, like Kakarot. Why is that? Actually, if I'm not mistaken, hot is better. Why? Because you can get defense buff from any characters, and actually when you are within a fight, it's better to give her elemental mastery rather than defense, because she needs EM, you know? She needs EM within fight. When it comes to that weapons, you know, I don't know, you can do the test, dummy test, and check. The problem is you need to have one healer. If you have Goro, by the way, Constellation for Goro can heal. That's a problem with Zibai. That's the only problem. Yes, you still can get crystallized shields, just keep that in mind. That's why Columbina Constellation 1 is so good, because Columbina Constellation 1 gives you additional shielding. You know, it's not broken as hell, but it's extremely useful. You see that? Lunar crystallized summons are like shield, and it scales on max HP, Columbina's max HP, and she needs HP, you know? That's for 8 seconds. It's actually crazy for Zibai. On top of that, you get a crystallized shield, you know? I mean, it's still lunar crystallized, the same shield, but again, it's pretty buff, or pretty like, yeah, it's a little beefy, you know? we thought my crit damage will be like or something. It's bad if you ask me. Or like I'm fine, I just didn't sleep for okay, or like yeah, well, like actually not a bad idea. Like it's bad to not, you know, like it's better to sleep at night. Oh, about that, yes, I wouldn't suggest you to do that. You know why? Increase it like on the last stream I explained like why going for 300s plus crit damage is bad. You know why is that? It's not because of crit damage value decrease, it's because of crit value. As you know guys, usually if you set the character, for example, it's better to go like something like 100's crit rate and 200 crit damage. In that case you get 1 to 2 ratio. When you go like more than 300 crit damage, it's actually super bad. You cannot increase your crit rate, like let's say like that, crit rate over 100 make no sense. So because of that, going for 300 crit damage actually also not a good idea. It's better to invest, for example, for elemental mastery, for defense, for HP, it depends on your characters, for attack, for example, for Flins. So yeah, in my opinion, so just keep that in mind. It's because of crit rate, it's not because of crit damage itself. It gives you maybe something, but it's super low, like investment. It's bad investment. So that yeah, that's why I considering Abzatel, like you know, like that weapon is. You can, but again, it's only like stat stake, you know. You can, why not? By the way, you like, yeah, like this one is not elemental skill damage increased by 80%, like of defense. If I'm not mistaken, this weapon is not okay for her. The effect will be triggered no more than like, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. But if you have this one, Cinnabar, you can check Cinnabar as well, you know. If I'm not, as I know, like this weapon is like kind of like second best free to play. First one is like, yeah, Hot, Harbinger of Dawn. It's a crazy weapon, by the way. So what's, that's my CD wasn't too high and I have good amount of defense as well. Okay, in that case, yeah, like you can test boss. Yeah, what I would suggest you to do the dummy test and check. You know what's, but again, the point is, don't forget about that defensive utility, at least something. It's not a bad idea to, yeah, I just show you what's the crystallized reaction is. Like, you know that, you most likely you saw the videos about that. Let me show you just like here. As you know, like when you do lunar crystallize, you get like 3 geo constructions on the field. The name is I forgot the name, my bad. So yeah, I have Furina's weapon, but with that no. Furina weapon is not okay for her if you ask me. I mean, you know what the problem is? It's better to increase, like to invest into Nod-Krai characters in general are completely like they build completely different. Yes, we have Nefer with 300 plus crit damage, but it's because of her crazy weapon, you know, and also like because of Lauma. Lauma also gives you additional crit damage. That's why building like Nefer with 300 crit damage, it's actually a bad idea if you use Lauma. You know why is that? Because Lauma gives you 10 crit rate, and on top of that, she gives you 20% crit damage on your lunar bloom damage reaction. So let's say like that, if you build Nefer with 280, you will get actually the same damage, but in case of that 20 crit damage, you can actually invest into elemental mastery, which definitely increase your damage. So yeah, it's like a little bit, yeah, it's a little bit confusing. You know why? Because building Nod-Krai characters, since they don't care about the damage, it's reaction damage. You need attack for Flins, for example, elemental mastery, defense, or like HP, you know? So yeah. I wouldn't suggest you to use Furina weapon actually. So yeah, what I want to show you just a second. So yeah.
Solidify.
So yeah. If you see that, you see that? That picture, that's crazy actually. So yeah, the point is, like yeah, since and the damage is actually pretty good. I literally do nothing.
Come into B.
Stabilize.
Surge.
Solidify.
Yeah, and damage is actually pretty good. That's super fun actually. Like, just imagine with Zibai you will do something like that. Zhongli, by the way, it's not a bad idea, but keep that in mind. Using xilonen is not a good idea. Why is that? I wish I had big Zhong, so I don't have to worry about my HUD. Yeah, actually Zhongli is not a bad idea. You know why is that? Zhongli has red shred. Since she is melee, Zhongli gives you shield, and on top of that, like red shred for all elemental reaction, which is actually cool. Oh, by the way, using xilonen is not a great idea unless you have Constellation too. Just keep that in mind. She actually not so good for that. But yeah, they made Nod-Krai a little bit dirty, if you ask me. Because yeah, now, yeah, like some of the old characters not so crazy. You know, you still can use xilonen, but I would maybe like with instructor set. But it's bad idea, if you ask me. I'm sleepy already. I'll be going ahead. Bye-bye, Desta. Thanks for joining. Would you know, like that Zhongli would be useful in like, let's say like that, Kakarot. Actually, he is not so useful. Let's say the best team for Zibai at the moment is Zibai, Columbina, Goro, and Itlua. It's the best team for Zibai. I mean, you can use Zhongli, it's because of like, yeah, to not take some damage. But on top of that, keep that in mind, you will get a lunar shield anyway. I mean, lunar crystallized shield anyway, you know? So actually you should be alright. But keep Columbina's Hydra application like consistent. Yeah, you need like, but again, you definitely can do that. You know why? Because if I'm not mistaken, it's 20-second duration or 25-second duration. So yeah, that's actually even better. So and Zibai's rotation combo, if I'm not mistaken, it's about like 12 seconds or 10 to 12 seconds, something like that. So it definitely fits. My body have to adapt to die have to adapt or die for what? What's wrong? Making me like, yeah, hopefully I can get Goro Constellation 4 so that I can have a little, yeah, that's a little bit healing, not so high. You won't believe me, but you know, like I play this game for a long time, but even I don't have that Goro. It's only Constellation 2, just imagine, it's crazy actually. But yeah, his Constellation 4 give you some healing. One general glory, which is his burst. So yeah, you need to give him like if you can get that Constellation 4, you need to give him like energy recharge. Just keep that in mind to use his burst. It will also heal active character within like its AoE. So yeah, like it's actually like obvious for like for hoyoverse. So yeah, they usually do like that. By the way, it's not terrible healing, you know. It's not a bad healing. It's low, but it's not terrible. It's something at least. Like about that question, is Zibai worth pulling? Actually, yes. Why is that? Let's say like that. Flins was the first one, lunar, right? Then we got Nefer. Nefer is slightly better than Flins when it comes to damage. If you have her team, like Lauma, Columbina, and even without signature weapon, Nefer is, let's say like that. I don't like her gameplay. In some cases, she might be difficult to use, but if you get used to her like kit, she is actually better than Flins. Zibai is going to be better than Flins and than Nefer. keep that in mind. The problem is she is going to be even more difficult to use in some cases because you need to do like 4 normal attacks and try to hit 5th attack to get that lunar damage, you know. So yeah, because like first 4 attacks, if I'm not mistaken, it's geo attacks, but last 5th one it gives you lunar, which is actually the most damage. On top of that, she gets that charge skill and you can use it 4 times, so she's not bad. She's not, and by the way, that skill, it has AoE. And it's not a terrible AoE, I would say. It's kind of like Nefer's AoE, by the way. If I'm not mistaken, Flins has better AoE, but Nefer has the same, but Zibai has the same AoE as Nefer. I already have Flins. Zibai is completely different, Mirak. Like, if you ask me, if you don't want to go for Varka, if you don't want to go for Nicole in the future, then Zibai is actually good, not a bad idea. The point is, with that banner, you can get Goro, you can get Itlua, you can get Aino, so it's not a bad banner. And by the way, the damage is, it's still up to you. I mean, why not? It's just like, yeah, keep that in mind. If you like her gameplay, then go. I personally don't like the gameplay. Like, Nefer's gameplay is not for me. I just don't like it. Zibai's gameplay is not for me. I don't like it. It's a little bit annoying. With Nefer. The thing is, I like about Zibai that she doesn't need another limited support like Lauma. No, it's actually bad. It's actually bad. You know what the problem is, guys? Again, like as I mentioned like earlier, like it's not like that. Getting limited characters, I mean like Lauma, ineffa, any support, Columbina, because she's actually like generally she's a supportive character. It's better than getting Constellation 6 character. Because like by getting Itlua Constellation 6, you actually can end up getting Zibai Constellation 2. It's like that. You need to be like extremely lucky to get 6 copies of Itlua, 7 copies actually. 7 copies of Itlua without getting like hitting that Zibai at least 2 times, you know? It's super difficult. Just keep that in mind. Because like what I've seen so far, everyone gets at least Constellation 1. So like, yeah, saying that it's limited and not, it's like, yeah. Because you know what the point is? Let's say if you check your roster, oh my god, just a second, how to... It's even, if I'm not mistaken, like, yeah, we have more 4 stars than 5 stars, but again, the point is, when you play, I mean, you usually use 5 stars, and that's actually obvious. Again, like, getting 5 star in this game, it's way more easy than getting Constellation 6 4 star. So yeah, and as example, I can show you my Chevrus and my Janssen. So yeah, as an example. So yeah, and my Kokishinobu, by the way. Nicole or Alice. The thing is, no, without. What about Columbina? Okay, guys. So yeah, let me do a couple. Stygian. I'm super close to clear it. So yeah.
Animal tech 60.
Observe. Do you fear the dark? Be silent. Night falls.
A moonlit night for all. Insulation chamber deployed. Preparing for dust up. Cleanup sequence in the stand clear.
Close your eyes. To dust. Be silent. To dust.
A new moon rises. Surge.
Defensive mode engaged. Annihilation mode.
Absorption test.
Close your eyes. Be silent. To dust. Observe. Do you fear the dark?
A moonlit night for all. Stand clear. Surge.
Insulation chamber.
Close your eyes. Night falls. Observe.
Three moons converge. Flame.
Ultimatum protocol.
Close your eyes. Be silent. Observe.
A moonlit night for all.
Cleanup sequence in.
Be silent. Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark? Be silent. To dust.
Preparing for dust up.
Flame. A new moon rises.
Close your eyes. Be silent. To dust.
Sorry guys, so yeah. Finally can do Fearless TGN. It's been about damn time. For real, I didn't know that. Well, I don't need C6, Itlo, C1 or C2 will do. I don't know, Mirak. Like you sometimes like, I don't know, like, you know, like your preference is like, yeah, sometimes it's crazy. I don't know why you need that Itlo. Yeah, he's kind of okay, maybe, I don't know, like he's actually trash as hell. Maybe you like his personality, maybe he's captain, like of light keepers if I'm not mistaken, that's why you like captains. Then you like Kaya. Come on, Mirak, stop it. I definitely know that like Mirak now it's like, yeah, he's just, you know, trolling us, Kakarot. So yeah, I don't believe Mirak, to be honest whatsoever. Like, yeah, completely, yeah, he won't. Oh, I know what, actually yes, Mirak, actually that's a good strategy. I understand why you do that. Yeah, he wants like Itlo. I know why you want Itlo. That's a great idea. I wish you best of luck with Constellation 6 Itlo. To be honest, I think Flins damage is more with ineffa than with Columbina. No, you're wrong. Bro really said, yeah, he's okay. Probably, maybe, and then let's say that he's trash. Yeah, I did that. You know why is that, Kakarot? To be honest, I can explain why. You know what's the problem with the Itlo is? Itlo like made only for Zibai, that's it. Itlo cannot be used with any other geo characters we have. Itlo cannot be used like in the future we're not going to get any geo character whatsoever. I mean Lunar Crystallize, we have only Columbina Lunar Crystallize and we will get Zibai, that's it. So Itlo can be used with Columbina and with Zibai, that's it. Only two characters in the game, just imagine. It's because of that he might be useful for these characters if you have them, but he is completely useless if you don't have them, you know, like it's kind of like that. But yeah, I like literally said that. Alright, so yeah, let me try again. I super close to that. Why I low on damage? I wasn't lucky and I get like this weapon. I lost to Columbina's weapon again. I mentioned that, guys. So yeah, but the problem is my level is level 9. So yeah, if I get level 10, it's going to be next week. yeah, unfortunately I don't have enough of these drops, you know. It will increase my lunar reaction damage by 3%, which is actually will be more than enough. I can show you my build. Actually, my build is not a bad, because I recently got pretty good artifacts. I did reshape on this one. I also did reshape on this one. That was crazy, actually. This one was like, yeah. And also I got a couple artifacts for my Nefer recently. I did reshape on this one as well. Oh no, it wasn't. It was without reshape. So yeah, it was like kinda like, yeah, I got it. Yep, you get me like Itlo as a boy. Yeah, I got it. I got it. No need to write. Delete that comment, please. Delete that. Yeah. Sandrone, lunar, crystallite, DPS, trot. No, Kakarot. Sandrone is going to be not lunar. Sandrone is going to be electro character or cryo. I assume that Sandrone is going to be electro. Why is that? Or maybe cryo. You know why I don't think she is going to be cryo? Because of Tsaritsa. I assume that Sandrone is going to be like ineffa. As you know, like if you remember, guys, like they released ineffa before lunar, and now ineffa is actually crazy as hell. She is like maybe one of the best supportive characters in the game at the moment, no matter what you use, lunar or like lunar charge or like electro charge or any other. You can just put that ineffa. By the way, because of that I went for this weapon, and because of that now like she with signature, and she was, yeah, I know it's maybe like dumb, you know, like invest into these characters, but again it was okay, you know, I think. So I assume that Sandrone is going to be the same. Sandrone might be the best supportive character for Tsaritsa in 6.0. Just keep that in mind, it's possible. And by the way, when it comes to Geo, she's not going to be Geo. She's going to be superconduct character. And I assume that Tsaritsa is going to be sort of superconduct as well, you know? But yeah, like I still feel you, Kakarot, maybe you want to get like a second lunar crystallite, but looks like we're not going to get second lunar. It's going to be like Ito situation, if you remember. When we got Ito, at the moment Ito is the only pure Geo character who can be used only with Geo. Yes, you can use Chiori as well, but Chiori is way more flexible if you ask me, you know. Navi is completely different, she's not Geo at all, you know. So yeah, Ito is only pure Geo character we have, you know, who needs only 4 Geo. And by the way, Zibai is kind of the same. Zibai needs specific team, and that's a problem. She needs pretty good Hydro, which is, you can maybe use Shinchu, you know, with Itlua, because 2 Nod-Krai characters on the team. But I maybe, and Shinchu is not a bad option. Oh, but again, it's better to use Aino. Again, you can use Shinchu with Serenade set, because you still can get like that 120 elemental mastery buff because of 2 Nod-Krai characters with Itlua. But again, it's better to use Columbina. You know, Columbina is actually the way. Physical low. To be honest, Kakarot, don't underestimate physical. You know why? Because actually superconduct was one of the reactions which was buffed with electrocharge, if you remember that. Like in a Nod-Krai, they buffed electrocharge, they buffed superconduct, they buffed a couple more reactions. I forgot all of them. So yeah. So it might be. So do have ineffa sick. I was doing Sierra checked your ineffa, and like she has, oh yeah, like let me I didn't know like if I was tripping, because no what I did, nah, you wasn't tripping actually. Let me show you what I did. I did actually I actually went against my own rules. Yeah, what I did, I actually, like as I mentioned, like I said that if I can clear with New Wallet, I will go for her signature. Unfortunately, I lost to this one, and then I spent again like 67 this one and 65 this one. So yeah, I know, but again, it is what it is. Like it's by the way, this weapon increased my Flins damage by 14%. Actually, it's not bad, and also it's like Columbina ineffa duo. They are actually doing pretty well. This weapon is going to New Wallet, I assume, because New Wallet is actually pretty good with this weapon. As I will probably, but yeah, but like superconduct is still shit, just like shatter. I mean, it depends on the character. You know why? You're right. I agree. When it comes to shatter, I agree with you, because you need some specific characters. We don't have good characters at the moment. But when it comes to superconduct, actually, it depends on the character. If character can buff and do pretty consistent damage, for example, let's say Tsaritsa is going to be some sort of, I don't know, maybe like sword character, you know, maybe polearm character, you know, it's possible. Like, and you know, if she's going to be polearm character, it means like pretty fast attacks. So like, yeah, just imagine faster than Zhongli. As you know, like Zhongli is super fast, and Zhongli can be used in superconduct as well because of Chongyun, because of his fast attacks, because of his shield, which gives you additional rest shred. They will probably buff it. I don't think it will be superconduct. That's deal damage. It will be like there's lunar DPS who like, yeah, possible. I agree with you. Yes, Kakarot, it's possible that it's going to be some sort of lunar, kinda lunar stuff. But keep that in mind that if Sandrone is going to be like ineffa, it's actually not a bad investment in the future. Again, it depends. As you know, guys, we will get Sandrone in 6.7. Nicole is going to be in 6.6. And Varka in 6.4. So you have actually time, because we will get some... We already have Varka's gameplay. It's not bad. But again, he is not good. You know what I didn't like in him? Like, his kit is actually okay. I don't believe in calculation. Guys did, because yeah, he didn't get any buff. Guys, like mass guys now says that he's now broken as hell. Not broken, but pretty good. But keep that in mind. You need Nicole, where it's better to wait for Nicole, because Nicole might be his best teammate. And if it's so, then team like Nicole, Venti, Durin, and Varka is going to be a crazy team. Unfortunately, I don't have Venti. But I hope we can use other character, you know, like, I don't know, maybe like, yeah, Faruzan is not the case, maybe, Oh yeah, maybe Lanyan, you know, with TDDS, actually it's not a bad idea. TDDS Lanyan, she gives a shield, you know, resistant to interruption. And by the way, if you have Constellation 2, I actually got Constellation 2. I choose Lanyan. Lanyan is actually might be a good option. And also, like, she can use literally... Oh no, it's better to use like Noblesse on her. Or any other set. Oh yeah, Vivi set actually, because Varka is going to be like yeah, he has its own set. So actually Lanyan might be useful, and I don't think she will be better than Venti, because Venti Hexenzorkel is good, but we'll see. It's actually like, yeah, option 6.7, yeah. So Sandrone probably use superconduct to do more damage rather than superconduct doing the actual... Yeah, I assume it's going to be like that. Sandrone will buff superconduct, you know? Yeah. And most likely she is going to be Nod-Krai characters as well. Even though she is Fatui, it's possible that she is going to be a Nod-Krai character. It still depends, you know why? If you remember Arlecchino was released in... Fontaine, but she doesn't have that Uzia and Numa stuff, you know, Uzia and Numa, which belongs to all of the Fontaine characters. You remember that, guys. So maybe it's possible that Sandrone is not going to be a Nod-Krai, you know. It's still like, yeah, we need to wait, but 6.7, yeah. Then Vortex, can I have second Columbina signature? Oh, actually, you don't need that. You know why? As I told you, like, yeah, like, it's a crime to refine it. It's actually, by the way, if you just by accident get that weapon, I wouldn't suggest you to refine it. You know why? You know what's the problem with this weapon? This weapon is not a supportive weapon For example, this weapon is supportive weapon. This weapon increase all nearby party members, all of them, deals 40% more lunar charge damage. So if you have Columbina and Flins on a team, not Flins, for example, if you have Raiden, you can say Raiden or any other Chlorine, for example. Like you will get more, if you play like Lunar Charge, out of Lunar Charge, you will get like 4% more damage for Chlorine as well, you know, since you have 2 Nod-Krais. But again, refining this weapon is a bad idea. The Varka situation is crazy. Yeah, I agree with you. Varka situation, oh my god, like, he said this thing, what? 6.7, yeah, 6.7. Like, we have roadmap for characters. Oh, let's say like that. Definitely Varka in 6.4, Nicole in 6.6. Actually, as I heard, like Nicole should be on 6.5, but they changed something in her design, if I'm not mistaken. As you know, like she is going to be Pyro. And yes, Columbina is Sandrone in 6.7, and the last version of 6.0 is going to be 6.8. So we're not going to get 6.9, just keep that in mind. The situation with Varka, yes, actually, you know why is that? I personally don't like Varka's kit. Why is that? As you know, he's Claymore, and his signature weapon gives you additional 10% attack speed, which is actually greedy in my opinion, and also like 105 crit value, something like that, you know. So yeah, with 10% attack speed you can get more damage, which is obvious, and your rotation is going to be more smoother. The problem with Varka though, he will get double element damage. One of the sword is going to be an Emo, another one is going to be either Pyro or 2 elements you have on a team, if I'm not mistaken. So if you have 2 Pyro, you will get Pyro. Like it's like you can get different, but it's better to go to Pyro. You know why? Like the second sword is going to get the damage which is infused with the first one, something like that. So he can deal like 2 different elements on an enemy. You know, that's the point. It might be extremely useful. I will choose a like character already. I have like Constellation 6 to get like free pull. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna choose Shenling. I still don't. Oh my god, for real, that's crazy actually. You don't have Constellation 4? I would say yes, it's not a bad choice, to be honest. Let me check that. So yeah, I choose Lanyan, but yeah, I would say yes. Let's say like that. In general, which characters is actually like best choice of this? It's kind of like first I would say it's Shenling, because of like at low constellation you get like C4 is crazy. Second one might be Xinqiu. Then because you know why, Xinqiu even without constellation 6 he is good. He is still useful. If you don't have like Yelan, if you don't have other characters, he's not bad. Then Gaming, I would say, you know. Yao Yao is also good. If you don't have any other Dendro, she's a healer, and by the way, she doesn't need Constellation at all. Even at Constellation 0, she's actually pretty useful. Other characters, Chongyun, like Xiyan, Yanfei, Yunjin, Ningguang, I wouldn't say Beidou is good, but you know, we have like, yeah, we have other options. Maybe you will go for ineffa. Ineffa might be useful, you know. Even though Beidou is actually not bad. But again, I assume that like this one, Shenling, Gaming, and Lanyan is actually the best choice. I'm gonna pull on the banner that like she's always get cucked on others. Yeah, that's like sorry about that. Yes, it usually happens. Why do I have Constellation 6, bro guy? I don't. I got him like for real. Oh my god, you mean like bro guy? You mean like Gunning? Oh my god, you know what? I like recently got randomly like Constellation 2 Gunning. That was crazy actually. So now he's Constellation 2, but you know why I didn't went for him? Because like yeah, his best Constellation is kind of like first one, which gives you some healing. And the last one, yes, these constellations are also pretty good, but without first one you cannot get healing, this one is activated by healing, because yeah, by first constellation, and this one gives you like crazy amount of crit value. That's insane. It's 60 crit value, not 60, my bad. It's 80 crit value.
Fourth. And those that come across
What
Leo
it's like, if
tend
you
to stay
get an
away.
offer to get
So it is
C6
where
or
many
5
things
character,
come to settle.
to choose like, but your choice for free, but you can't pull a whole year. Would you take the offer? No, actually no, Mirak.
Osmanthus
You know why?
wine tastes the
let
same
me
as I
let me explain you why I don't want to go for constellation. Like if I'm not mistaken, once someone asked me about that, which characters you want to go for constellation 6, and I said that maybe it's Furina. But you know what? After that, I thought that like it's, you know, like it's actually not a good idea to go for constellation 6. Why is that? Most of the characters get their most damage value or supportive price until Constellation 3, most of them. So yeah, Constellation 2 and 3 is more than enough, you know, let's say like that. Columbina gets 40% damage increase team-wise with Constellation 2. When it comes to Flins first constellation is crazy as hell, second constellation is super cool. Albedo, it's OG character, but this constellation 2 is actually gives him a lot of buff, you know, and you can say like literally Kazuha like supportive, like he gives 20 elemental mastery. Yes, it's only for 8 seconds if I'm not mistaken, but again it's buff. It's actually a pretty huge buff, you know, 20 EM. It's more than 46, it's more than 50% attack buff because it's 200s, you know. The point is, I don't want to go for Constellation 6 or 5 for any kind. It doesn't matter which ones, that Tsaritsa or like, I don't know, like Kyndra or Densleaf, etc., something like that. I just like, yeah, it's better to go for like, yeah, if you can do so much investment, it's better to go for several characters at Constellation 2 with signature weapon. It's way more better investment. Oh my god, I miss him. I don't even want him and I actually hate him. For real. Kakarot, actually, you know, like Gaming is actually pretty powerful. What the hell is bro? Bro, it's Gaming. What's the name? It's Gaming. That little bird is annoying as... You don't... No, it's not long character, like... Same tribe as Oh! Same tribe as Chisa, or Chasca. Oh, you mean like this one? Just a second. You mean Ifa? Ifa? Ifa is actually super cool. He's that guy who looks like he has a lines of and he has a voice like with just a... Oh yeah, Ifa. Oh yeah, I got it. Ifa. Like, oh, I got it. I thought it's Gaming. Actually, Ifa is super cool, you know? To be honest. Yeah, he's level 20. But he's Constellation 5. Damn, bro, that's crazy, actually. And I got him when I went for Columbina, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, when it comes to my pulls, we'll see. Maybe, like, you know, like, I don't know so far, but if Zibai, maybe, I will tell you in advance, if Zibai can unleash crazy combo, if like players can unleash crazy combo with Zibai, I maybe will change my mind, but I don't think so. I want Varka not because of the like double elemental damage is actually might be extremely valuable. You know why? If you remember Stygian Onslaught, where we got the enemy where you need to do like 2 different elemental damage. So yeah, that was crazy. And like players used Moalani and Mavuika team. Unfortunately, I don't have Moalani. In that case, Varka might be actually useful, you know? Just imagine Anemo and Pyro damage, or let's say Anemo and Hydro damage, something like that, you know, with Mona or something. It actually might be useful. But also, like, he's a super cool and only has like him level 20. Oh yeah, you know why it's cool? Let's say like that. At Constellation 6, actually, he is better than...
Osmanthus wine.
Mimizuki, like Mizuki, Yumi Mizuki, if she's at constellation 0, you know. And also, like, you know what he has? He can buff lunar charge as well. But yeah, I have him at constellation, so yeah, let me just check that. You see, lunar charge, damage dealt by, yeah, it's increased. Yeah, I have him at level 20. With Ororon Vortex saying, like, say it gaming. Hopefully I can pull, yeah, Itloa, constellation 6, just like I pulled Ifa. Oh yeah, like, you know, like Kakarot, you know what? Oh my god, yeah, I don't want to say anything, to be honest. You know why? It's like, let's say, it's always like that. You get the character you actually don't want. It's like same happened like with Ifa.
Osmanthus, why?
Because that banner, yes, I also got, to be honest, I got like Setos, constellation 6, and you know what? Actually, Setos is extremely powerful. You can say that Setos is the best electro DPS, 4-star electro DPS. Like, for example, Heizo is the best Anemo DPS, 4-star, and like Gaming is best Pyro DPS. The same thing applies to Setos. Setos is actually extremely powerful. Unfortunately, yes, I don't use him so much. He's a bow character. It's because, you know, like, you need to get used to his attacks, but he's extremely powerful. Maybe I will level him up in the future, we'll see. Zero Flins is crazy, you didn't get... Yes, I go like C5, E4, and my official still at C0. Oh, that's crazy, actually. Yeah, it happens.
The same as I...
Not gonna lie, I mean, it happens. It's always like that. Again, you cannot get the character you want. No, lazy to do the way. Okay. Mika has a bird. Okay, so yeah, let me try it again. Then I will go to do some couple domains. So most likely, like, yeah, if I can do it this week, then yeah, I just need one drop. You like, it's super rare actually, but you can get 3 drops from a boss. So yeah, and after that I definitely can clear it. I super close to that. Let me show you. So let me do a couple runs.
Insulation chamber.
Observe. Close your eyes. Night falls.
Ultimatum protocol. Defensive mode.
Premium converge. Surge.
Observe. Be silent. To dust. Close your eyes.
Cleanup sequence in this.
Flame. A new moon rises.
Animal test 60.
Observe. Do you fear the dark? Close your eyes.
Preparing for dust up. Insulation chamber.
A moonlit night for all.
Be silent. Observe. Night falls. Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark?
Defensive mode engaged.
A new moon rises.
Ultimatum protocol.
Absorption test.
Observe. To dust. Be silent. Night falls.
3 moons converge. Surge.
Cleanup sequence initiated. Annihilation mode.
Stand
clear.
Observe to dust. Be silent to dust.
It's super close. Like what is, I didn't get like a single Columbina boss drop. I had to use like, oh yeah, by the way, Mirak, you know what? Let me show you something. Actually, like, I'm not so lucky. Why is that? I didn't get that as well, and let me show you something. I used to have 100 of them, you know? So now it's only 24, so I'm not so lucky with that, to be honest. I always get something wrong. For real, that's crazy, actually. Just imagine, 100, now it's 24 already. So yeah. Yes, I recently spent some on New Wallet, not gonna lie. You know why? Actually, like, leveling up New Wallet helped me a little bit. With that Stygian diary boss. It was actually difficult, not gonna lie. I tried about like maybe 50 or 60 times to do that, so yeah, I level up like 9-9 he's now. It wasn't crazy, but it's still some additional damage, you know? I'm glad that Zibai doesn't use the Taurus as well. What? Oh, you mean like that one? Yeah, maybe. I gotta check Zibai gameplay and mate. Vortex, do you think it's like worse to R5 Eptilai, or should I just save my... Oh, actually, you know what I would suggest you to do, Kakarot? I would suggest you to save. Because usually damage difference between R1 and R5, like 4-star weapon, it's about like 5%. 5 to 10% at max. But keep that in mind, you can get 5% additional damage. Just a second. I didn't. I usually don't do that. Just a second. Let me check that. 1620, it's 4, it means like it will increase like up to 36 if I'm not mistaken. It's additional 36%, right? Like, yeah. It's not going to be so huge difference unless you need that defense, you know? If you can fulfill her requirements, I wouldn't suggest you to do that. Just save bills. You know why? Let me show you something. I did the same thing with this weapon. Even though this weapon is actually, I would say, better when it comes to passives, because it's not only gives you energy recharge, it also heals you, you know? So yeah, it's 6% if you remember, but again, damage difference is super low. You see that? It's like only to like 0.5%, which is like, it's like, yeah, you will end up like with a 6%. But again, it has double passive, right? So yeah, I wouldn't suggest you, if you ask me. I don't have enough solvent, like my talents are stuck at 5-5. Well, like, yeah, by the way, when it comes to Columbina, I also increase her normals. And you know why? I mean, it's now 6, but I think I will keep it at 6. I don't, like, the damage is terrible. To be honest, damage is actually not so crazy. Yes, you can do charge attacks, but with that boss, it's about 60% damage. So if you do like charge attacks and get lunar reaction, it's about like 60%. And the problem is, she consumes... Just a second. It has animation. Let's say like that. It's not. It's for Spoil Abyss. Yes, maybe you can use it. But when it comes to like Stygian, it's a little bit annoying. Yeah, it takes so much time. Columbina will be my first double crown character. I'm thinking like of crowning boss. Yeah, that is like, let's say like that. When it comes to crowning, I would suggest you to do that. Why? Don't forget to do this one. Why? Because this one, burst, when you use burst, she activates this passive. Keep that in mind. Like, without burst, you cannot activate this one, and this one gives you some damage. You know? So yeah, keep that in mind. It's actually not a bad damage addition. Because like back then, I remember that people said that her burst is not important. Her burst is important. Yes, when it comes to her damage, skill damage, it's actually low. It's like whatever, you know. But what it does, it gives you additional lunar charge and also activates this passive, which is actually super valuable. Let's say like that. This 40% maybe is not so crazy, but you know what? You will definitely feel the changes, you know, like the damage difference between level 9 and level 10, because like I had level 8 and the damage was actually low, especially with this diary boss. All right, so yeah, let's do a couple bosses, like maybe I will be lucky. Her burst isn't that good right now, Miracle. It's like 70. Her build. Oh, her build. I still need a good flower. Yeah, it's good. Oh, by the way, you know what? You're talking about flower. You know what I did actually? As you know, guys, like with this artifact transmuter, you can create artifacts, right? And now you can create 2 artifacts from one set. And what I did, I created 2, like, since it costs only 1, I created 1 flower, I created this one, my bad. 1 flower and 1 feather. Then I decided to create 3rd one. And you know, like, it's a little bit difficult to notice which one is Serenade or another one. And I by mistake created Serenade. Oh my god, that was so terrible. That was a so bad hit. Just let me show you so yeah, that was, yeah, this one. Oh my god, that's terrible. You know, I wasted two like sanctuary elixirs for literally nothing, because yeah, I already have this one, which is actually better for Columbina because of HP, crit damage, and she doesn't need crit rate. This one gives like, oh my god, that's terrible. I wanted to create artifacts for oh, just a second. Artifacts for Varka or for ineffa. As you know, like ineffa is actually like, yeah, but unfortunately I messed up. That is terrible. That's gonna craft like a Motherboard and like betting Genshin player can read allegations like what? Rip elixir, yeah, for real, rip elixir, but that's okay. I mean, like, yeah, by the way, you know what's the problem is? It's the second time happened to me. Like, yeah, that's crazy actually. Once I just spent only 1 of them, that is true, not 2 of them, but yeah, that was terrible. Okay, you know what? Let's get Aino, because
down, Kerplunkatron.
it will give additional Hydra application. Oh my god. Water down. Just a second. You cannot create them like yeah, because like it's 2 geo constructions just like yeah. And I need to wait for his skill. Damn, bro. Oh my god. By the way, that one doesn't apply to those flowers, you know? Oh. And the name is Drip Rift or Reap Drift. Just a second, let me check that. In any case, like yeah, I just like it's like Drip Rift, something like that.
Gather!
Go claw!
A moonlit night for all.
Just another like AFK team, huh?
Surge.
Look, a rainbow!
Burst forth!
That's crazy. And by the way, damage is actually pretty good, you know? have like 24 elixirs. I don't even know who to... Oh my... you know what I would suggest you to do? Just save them. You know why? It's possible that in the future you will get some character and you want to build them immediately. At least like you will need like 2 pieces, you know? I will keep that sand, you know, because it's like, yeah, it's not a bad sand. Okay, okay, I'll take that. It's actually not bad. Oh my god, it's... oh, it's crit damage. You know why it's good? It's good for, yeah, at least something. Alright. By the way, guys, when you do that, always check this instructor set. And if you get something, because let me show you something. I recently got pretty good artifacts. Oh my god, I locked them. Oh yeah, this one. Defense, crit rate, HP and energy recharge. It's for xilonen. Might be useful. So yeah, just keep them. Because like if you get like something like that, or maybe something like with that, that's crazy actually. By the way, Zibai piece. Yeah, it's not a great idea to use on Zibai, of course, but yeah. It's good for... yeah, that's true. It's good. Now he can do more damage than Aino. Now he can do more damage than... yeah, by the way, Kakarot, like, that actually was so wrong when people said that he's not so powerful. Actually, he's powerful. The problem is, since, like, at the moment, it's not the best team for Varka. So yeah, we don't have his best in slot team at the moment because of Nicole. Nicole will be released later. That's why his damage, it's a little bit low. But keep that in mind when we will get Nicole. And by the way, why I want to get Nicole? Nicole might be useful for Kinich as well, as I mentioned, because she's a shielder and she's pyro. So you can go with a team like Kinich, Durin, Nicole, and Emily. And that, in my opinion, will be just crazy team for Kinich. Even if Nicole cannot apply a field pyro, Kinich can. Durin can, you know? The real question is, like, will he be standard? Oh no, he's not. Definitely. He definitely Kakarot Varka is not going to be on a standard manner. I'm 100% sure he's not.
Installation chamber.
Observe, be silent. To dust. Observe.
Reunions converge.
Defensive mode engaged. Preparing for dust up.
Animal toxicity.
Close your eyes. Be silent.
Installation chamber.
Stand clear.
Observe. To dust. Close your eyes. Night falls.
Ultimatum protocol. Defensive mode.
Surge. A moonlit night for all.
Animal toxicity.
Be silent. Observe. Do you fear the dark?
Flame. A new moon rises.
Installation chamber.
Close your eyes. Observe. Do you fear the dark?
Preparing for dust up.
Reunions converge.
Absorption test.
Close your eyes. Be silent. To dust. Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark?
Annihilation mode. Cleanup sequence.
Yeah, sad. Like if he's not standard, then like why his constellation are so actually he like yeah, that's the point is like Kakarot, actually he's not so terrible. You know what's the problem is? People saying that he is bad because calculation actually in my opinion is wrong at first place, because at the moment Varka with a free-to-play weapon, as I understand, you know which weapon? With this one. Because I saw other calculation with BP weapon. Let me just check it. Just a second. Man, come on. Where are you, bro? Yeah, this one. My bad. Serpent Spine. With Serpent Spine, he's actually close to Nod-Krai characters. It's without his best team, without Nicole. With Nicole, I assume he is going to be even better, you know? So yeah. I mean, he's not so bad. When it comes to Constellation, so I don't know. To be honest, I don't care about Constellation so much, you know? So yeah. You want to say that he's second tier or something? Maybe, I don't know. They could have like at least give him like a better Constellation. I agree with that. If you ask me, it's not a bad idea. But again, it is what it is. I mean, like, yeah, they just like, maybe like, you know what? I don't think they will put him in standard panel, but we'll see. You know what's why I think that? Because yeah, unfortunately, I cannot switch. But yeah, the point is, we have Jin. She's an emo, standard character. We have Mizuki, she's an emo, standard character. And just imagine they add another anemo. Yeah, it's possible. But I don't think it's true, you know? So yeah. Again, it's not something, a pattern or something we have. Yeah, I understand that. By the way, Vortex, my friend got Columbina after he got Durin, after he got like friends. For real, that's crazy, Miracle. Like, to be honest, what I would say, like, even though I don't use Durin so often, Durin is actually extremely useful character. He's so good. He's just insanely good. You know why? When you need some additional application, he's just insane. By the way, in some cases, he's better than Bennett. Not because, let's say like that, if you use a character like Arlecchino, you know, because since she cannot be healed, using with Durin might be better because of damage. I mean, he actually has a pretty good off-field damage. I mean, Durin. And by the way, like, you still
Osmanthus,
like for me, my Durin is like Tupis, which is actually not a great idea because his best set is a new this one, by the way, which is like, yeah, Varka set, let's say, you know. And by the way, let me check. Oh, I crit damage. Actually, I can use that set on, like, yeah, I can build my my Durin. Where's Justice? Oh, okay, like, say congrats to your friend from like if he was a pure anemo DPS, I would like pull him, but like since he's a dual DPS, yeah. And also doesn't work with my C6 Farzan. Yeah, he's not going to work with Farzan. Hey Mishra, how are you doing? Oh yeah, unfortunately he is not going to work with Farzan, but he can work with Lanya, as I mentioned, you know? So you can actually go with Lanya. So yeah, Lanyan is the way. And yeah, like it looks like he cannot work with yeah, he can work with Kazuha in my opinion a little bit. You know why? If you don't have Venti, you can use Kazuha for a crowd control. You know, but Lanyan is not bad. How good is Zibai actually, Vortex Sama? Like, and is it what? Yes, like Mishra. I told him like to build Columbina of attack. Okay, Miraki. I know you always like to like of attack. all right. Mishra, about Zibai, let's say like that. That banner is actually pretty good. Why? Because it has all of the characters Zibai needs to build the team. if you have Columbina, Zibai is actually not a bad option. Luckily, we have pretty good weapons. You know, like, yeah, you can go for her signature, but we have Cinnabar, we have this one craftable, you can use Harbinger of Dawn, which is actually a crazy weapon. Insanely crazy. If you have some defensive utility or healing on a team, this one is actually good. You can still use this one, which is not land craftable. On top of that, you can go maybe other weapons, you know, let's say, it's not a great option, but you still can use maybe Iron Sting because of Elemental Mastery. Yes, it's like, let's say like that, if you don't have any other weapons, EM actually can be useful, you know, like because that Lunar Crystallized scales on EM, you know. So you have a lot of options. And also like building Zibai, it's actually super easy. Why? Because you need like this set and you need trashes set on your account. Let me show you. I have all of the trashes sets, by the way. Defense. Crazy defense for Zibai. This set is made for Zibai. It has flat, it has crit rate, crit damage and energy recharge. She doesn't need attack. Let me show my sands. Defense. One piece. Oh, it's attack. Okay. So yeah, if you have something like with a crazy amount of defense, you just can use on Zibai, you know. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Just let me check couple. If I'm not mistaken, I have couple defense pieces, something like that. So yeah, another one. So yeah, she needs defense. Like, oh, by the way, building Zibai is kind of going to be defense, crit rate, crit damage. Varka best team is like Mavuika, Sitlali, Bene, and Varka on VV. No, Kakarot, why? No, of course not, it's not his team. I was planning on going for the battle pass weapon of some sort of maybe xilonen signature.
I miss this feeling.
Xilonen signature? I mean, xilonen signature actually not a bad option, not gonna lie, but you know what's the problem with xilonen signature? I maybe wouldn't suggest you to use this weapon. Why? Even though actually it's bad. Let's say like that. The damage difference between this one on Zibai and this one, it's actually maybe a couple percent. Why is that? As you know, Zibai is lunar and she cannot utilize this one. It's like it increases like elemental damage bonus. It's completely useless on lunar characters. You only gain some additional, and by the way, all elemental damage bonus for 6 seconds, you can forget it. She only gets defenses increased by 8%. That's it. And by the way, if you check this one gives you 16%. And if you can refine it, which is actually completely free, this weapon might be better than her signature. Keep that in mind. Attack is completely useless, defense 82% plus 8, it's 90%. With this weapon you can get more, or with this one. So yeah, I mean, completely forget about this weapon. Yeah, it's like that, Lunar is like that. That's why I told you that like even this weapon, which is Iron Sting, might be better on Zibai than like any like DPS weapon, I mean like reaction damage weapons. By the way, does Ayato's signature work for her? Yeah, you can. Like, as a stat stick, you can go crit rate. Why not? She needs crit rate, crit damage, by the way. But yeah, you can. That was a joke, Vortex. Oh, okay, like, yeah, now I got. Because, yeah, you know, like, that team is actually terrible. Vortex still can take a joke. Yeah, actually, I can't. You know why? Because if you ask me something, I just thought, like, oh, yeah, that's a question, and I need to answer that. So, because of that, it's a little bit difficult to kind of, like, yeah, you know, separate like jokes and like questions. But you know what? Actually, you can use that team. If all of the characters are going to be a Hexen Circle, or at least 2 of them is going to be Hexen Circle, you actually can use the team. Yes, DPS is going to be bad, because, as you know guys, Varka's damage depends on Hexen Circle characters too on the team, and elemental characters, like let's say double Pyro, double Anemo, double Hydro, double Cryo, something like that. You still can use Cryosm, but it's not going to be so crazy. Like Pyro in that case better. And why is that? Because we have Durin, which is Hexenzorkel. So yeah, if in the future we will get some more Hexenzorkel characters, then yeah, Varka can get more teams. By the way, at the moment Varka's teams is also limited. You know why? And if you ask me, Zibai teams might be like in general like more varieties than Varka's, because for Varka, yes, let's say if you don't have Venti, you can use Lanyan. If you don't have Durin, maybe you can use Bennett. Bennett gives you attack buff, but you need second Hexenzorkel character, which is going to be, for example, Nicole, you know? So yeah, he's actually super limited. Don't like think that he is going to be like so crazy. No, no, no. You can say about Varka, he's kind of like Skirk, you know? He, like Skirk also has pretty normal 4-star alternatives, but her base team is like, yeah, consists of 5 stars, you know? So something like that. And Varka, by the way, is going to be kind of the same with double element, but yeah, it's Varka, all of the 5 stars, yeah. We don't have, only Lanyan might be maybe like useful because of TDDS and because of like shield, you know, and that's it. Hey Yoni, how are you doing? Warwick still can't see, okay. Zibai tomorrow is so exciting. Yeah, I wish you best of luck, Yoni. I know that you want to go for Zibai. Yeah, by the way, I like, yeah, now like, I think like, you know, like instead of going for Ineffa's weapon, maybe it was not a bad option to go for Zibai, you know, but now, like, yeah, I know you want that Zibai, and by the way, you can get like Itlua and Goro if you don't have them. No, it was like a lie. His best team is like Ineffa. Okay, now I got it. You consider my question a troll? What? Oh my god, Mirak, no.
What of you?
We'll go. No, like
How
Yoni.
about a quick break
Why
so
is
I can
that?
sketch this beautiful
Oh,
scenery?
let's say. You know why? I mean, as I mentioned, I don't like Zibai's gameplay, so even though she is powerful, not gonna lie. By the way, she is going to be better than Nefer, I assume, and than Flins when it comes to Nod-Krai damage reaction. Slightly, but better. She might be a little bit difficult to use because of defensive utility. You need either Constellation 1 Columbina because of shield, or Constellation 1 Lauma because of healing. Constellation 4 Goro is actually okay, to be honest. It's not a huge healing, but it's okay, you know, at least something to keep her alive. As you know, like, you need to do like 4 normal attacks and hit the 5th attack because of oh, I didn't know that he has it. So yeah, because of like a last attack gives you lunar crystallized damage, and actually it's pretty decent damage, you know. But no, I'll skip. Vortex, I'm happy I wished on the weapon banner and I ended up getting like boss. Oh yeah, I know that. You know, like, Yoni, let me show you something. I actually did the same. And the point is, I was ended up getting this weapon, not gonna lie, but I lost to this weapon as well. That's terrible, actually. So yeah, I got this one, then this one, but yeah, that one increased my damage by a lot. Not gonna lie, it's crazy weapon. And you know why this weapon is good? I assume that because Columbina Ineffa duo is so broken at the moment, the best duo in the game, oh, it's not a bad idea to have that weapon. The horse will come home, yeah, tomorrow. Actually, yes, you're right. Oh, by the way, you know what? When you do her skill damage, actually it looks like a, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, horse appears and does the damage. It looks so crazy. And yeah, if you notice that, that horse actually looks amazing. Not gonna like that color, you know, it's yellow, like geo color, you know. Like, yeah, they made her pretty good. I mean, like, at least it's 88 CD. It's like still usable on another character. 88 CD, what do you mean by that? Oh, you mean like, yeah, you mean like that second one? Yes, I'm going to use like on New Wallet, because Mirak back then asked me about like, is this weapon useful on New Wallet? And actually, yes. it's this one is better than this one if you have if you can fulfill his crit value or like crit requirements. This one is actually good. It gives like additional HP. Unfortunately, you cannot activate this one. If I'm not mistaken, if you just a second, let me just, you know what's a pointer? As I know, you can activate the passive as well. You know why? Just a second. Yeah, whenever I remember triggers like, yeah, you see that lunar charge as well. So actually, like if I'm not mistaken, you can activate that full passive on Newlet, but you need at least 2 Nod-Krai characters on the team. Let's say Newlet, Columbina, Ineffa, and I don't know, maybe Kazuha or maybe xilonen. By the way, I will try the team, you know, and if I'm not mistaken, you can activate that passive completely because it's energy. I will check that. Unfortunately, yeah, I use that weapon in Stygian. I don't want to mess up my teams at the moment. I will level it up and I will check that. Venus weapon. Oh yeah, I got that. Yeah, if you use him with Ineffa, Columbina, wheelchair, it's probably the best way. Oh yeah, that is true actually, Kakarot. I agree with you. So yeah, because actually that weapon, like you can activate the passives. I need to check that because you see that like when triggers lunar reaction or inflicts lunar reaction damage on opponent, the equipment character will get foreign energy and also like increase it, like yeah, this stuff, additional HP and crit damage for lunar reaction damage. So you can fully like activate this passive. That's crazy actually. And by the way, you know what's the point is? You actually can do it not only on literally, if you use Columbina Ineffa on a team, you actually can use it with any Dendro, Hydro and Electro characters, like, but the condition is they need to be Catalyst characters. That's it. Maybe you can activate the passive if you have Bina Ineffa. Yeah, you can, Yoni. You're right. Actually, yes, that is true. I will try to get Zibai. If I lose, I will save for Nefer and Ineffa. Yes, when it comes to like, I would suggest you know what, if you have Lauma, Nefer is not Nefer is actually not a bad choice. But keep that in mind. What I would suggest you to do before going for Nefer, just like do a couple test play, because you know what, her gameplay is actually a little bit different, you know. So yeah, you need to get used to that. If you can, she's actually pretty good. I'm thinking of pulling for Lauma for my I'll hate him. Oh, it's not a great option. To be honest, I tried a couple times. It's another. Yes, you get damage, but Nahida is better. You get damage, but Nahida is better. Even though, you know what's the problem is? Like, yeah, you still can use her. Actually, no, my bad. Nahida is not better. That is true. Like, if you use with Lauma is better. The only problem is, yes, it's a little bit, I don't know. I tried a couple times. It's bad. You know why? You need to use Lauma alone to increase Hyperbloom damage, but you know, like, I'll hate him at the same time. He's quick bloom and also does some quicken damage, you know. The problem is, yeah, you can lose some damage. You cannot use 2 Nod-Krai. I tried to do that with, instead of Shinchu, I used, you tell me, Aino and Lauma, and the result was terrible, actually. Also, congrats on enough as well. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, man. It was a huge update for, yeah. I mean, yeah, Yoni, let's say like that. If you ask me, that was a huge update from Safohoma. Just you know what? I increased my Flins damage by 14%. Just by getting that weapon, which is actually cool. So I can use Lina wheelchair for my hate. Actually, yes, maybe you can use that. I mean, you mean Lauma? Like Lina wheelchair. I don't know, like Lauma wheelchair team, to be honest. But yes. Hey Tanuki, how are you doing? Yeah, but like with Columbina release now, it's probably better. Yes, that is true, yes. Yeah, maybe. Actually, to be honest, I haven't tried. I can do that. Let me just finish this one real quick and I will try the team, no problem.
Come into being.
Stabilize.
Just one! Flash attack!
A moonlit night for all.
Feel the same ship power.
Yeah, another AFK team. Actually, you know what, guys? This team is actually cool. I have like 5 instances. Yeah, I placed this one like, yeah, my bad. Damn, bro. That was crazy. In any case. I tried her in a friend's account, true, like her gameplay is a bit weird. Yeah, not gonna lie, but I think I can, yeah, if you can get used to like Nefer's gameplay, then yes, go for, okay, let's check. It's kind of like, you know what it looks like? It looks like if you play TCG, when you get the same stuff, you know, like same element. Okay, let's see what trash we get. Alright, alright, nice. Okay, we have a chance, just a second, okay. Damn, bro, that's crazy, actually. All right. Oh, I didn't know you had Lauma. Alice plus Nicole will be the new OP combo. I don't know. You know what's the problem with Alice and Nicole is? They are both Pyro. That's a problem. And we have Durin. So, like, maybe it's like... Yeah, it's possible. So yeah, it's going to be like, oh, you want me to use Lauma? Yeah, Lauma, and in that case, using Cookie Shinobu actually it's not a great idea, you know? It's better to go for like, oh yeah, let's go Shinchu.
For justice.
So yeah, rotation is going to be like, yeah, something like that. Now Varka plus Dia will be that. Yeah, I pulled for Lauma because she's yeah. Varka is looking terrible at the moment. Yeah, let's say like that. No, Diony, it's not like that. You know what's the point is? Like all of the math guys, like who calculate the damage, actually they like. If you remember, I mentioned that I don't like Varka, but not because of his kit. His kit is okay. I don't like Varka because of his weapon. His weapon is so broken. It's too broken. Why? It gives you attack speed. Normal attack speed, which is actually can smoother your rotation and increase your damage, you know. It's not crit value you can get from any other weapon, you know. That's a problem. That's the only problem I see in his kit. But when it comes to damage, etc., he's actually not bad. He is at the Nod-Krai levels, by the way. Nod-Krai characters level. Keep that in mind. And we still didn't get his best supportive character, which is going to be Nicole. Nicole, according to the leaks, is going to be a shielder. Hexenzorkel Pyro shielder. You know, so the team is going to be kind of like Varka, Venti, or Lanyan, Durin, and Nicole.
Converge.
Leave this place. By the frost moon, witness the power of Guhua. Know my sword. Drain out my...
Defract.
I definitely did something wrong. My bad, guys. Actually, like, yeah, you need Electro. My bad. My bad. Finally, someone better than Xian. Vortex test new wallet with Columbina signature. No, like, not now. Like, I already did that, and I, like, told you that it's not bad. Why I don't want to do that? Because of Stygian Onslaught. I used, like, I don't want to mess up with my teams. Like, yeah. I need to level up the weapon. Let's do with Electro. Yeah, actually you need Electro, my bad. You need that Electro. I think like Cookie is a bit, yeah, you're right, Kakarot, you're actually right. It's because like, yeah, this team is better for Nefer. Okay.
Chorus, protect us with one heart. Our bond is strong.
Flicker. Scatter.
Green moon converge.
Yeah, you see, like it's.
Surge.
Leave this place for the everlasting.
Dissipate.
Here you are.
Again, it's not bad, but you know what's the problem is? Like, let's say like that. This team. Well, 120k lunar bloom. Yeah, like it's because of Lauma, by the way. But yeah, you know what's the problem is? Let's say like that. If you ask me, this team is actually better. Like, like the team I used before. It's Mono Veda. And Aino level 70. This team is actually better.
Let's investigate this
It just
further.
does better damage.
Burst forth. Gather.
A moonlit night for all.
Witness my great undertaking.
Go claw!
This.
Surge.
Damn, bro, one hit and like say, by the way, 100k damage, something like that. If you notice that, that's crazy actually. And you literally do nothing, you know? Yeah, that's crazy. Unfortunately, you cannot enable Hexen Circle stuff on Albedo. You know what's the problem is? Actually, I can. Oh yeah, just a second. I can increase the damage. I forgot. I don't need Aino, but I can pull Durin to increase the damage. Just a second. Oh yeah, I can put Mora. Just a second. I forgot about that. Just a second. I don't need additional. Let's put Mora.
This is destiny.
I wish like they let use like characters on a banner with our characters for oh, let's say like that. To be honest, it's not a bad idea. But the problem is the builds, etc., something like that. If you know, guys, they just like made that Miliastra so OP that everyone plays Miliastra now. But yeah, allowing us to use our own characters, it's actually a crazy option. Not gonna lie. So I can gauge if the banner characters will be worse. It's more, yeah, like I wish. By the way, don't forget about Amos, guys. I don't know, Kakarot, if you still play Wuthering Waves. Like, yeah, Amos is going to be released in a couple days, so yeah, that would be crazy. Alright, so yeah, let's check that one. Actually, you know, like, I will get more damage with Albedo, a lot more damage.
Burst forth.
Written in the stars.
I don't hit them, by the way, you know what? It's actually like, it's kind of like... Yeah, like, let's say like that. Consider one wouldn't hurt your account, right? No, it will. Like, unless you will, no problem. Let's say like that, Mirak. It won't, definitely. But, like, if you can give me one, how many? 160 pulls, no problem. I will go for, like, who wants that? Ineffa Constellation 1. No problem. Yeah, like, waiting for Amos as well. Yeah, that is true. By the way, you know what? With that, Luke Herson, I didn't like him actually, even though his attacks is crazy. I didn't like him because of looks like he is bad when it comes to AoE and like big enemies. Mirak will sponsor. Yeah, I would actually, yes, I would be nice, Mirak, if you can sponsor. Okay, so yeah, let's do it again.
Burst.
Stabilize.
Shadows of fate, decided by destiny.
Moments of birth.
Like, come on, guys, just like... If I do some hits, actually I can get more damage.
Wayne.
To be honest, like, yeah, with Mona, actually damage is so bad. Let's check with Aino again. Aino was... yeah, I know why. Yeah, that actually, yeah. You know why with Aino is better? Because Aino, when you use her burst, like, she starting to attack the enemies, and it gives you additional geo, like, yeah, resonance. I mean, yeah, so yeah, my bad. Yeah. Like, let's say, if you will use Durin, actually, yes, you will get the damage. I got it. Okay, let's try. Yeah, it's because of that. I know it's like... Okay, where's my Aino? Aino.
Aino? Present.
160 pulse, yeah. For real? Yeah. You know why? I know why. I know why Vortex probably. Yeah, it's because of attack. Yeah, I got it now. Like, yeah, my bad. Even though like his attacks may be increased, but yeah, I know it gives additional attack to an enemy. Like it, like she attacks enemy with her burst.
Moonlit night for all.
Come into... Gather! Witness my great undertaking!
Yeah, you see that? She attacks enemies, so because of that you get like reactions. You see?
Surge.
Stabilize!
Yeah. That's crazy actually. 100k damage with that skill, yeah. They did look dirty. Yeah, like Kakarot, about that look actually, you know what, if you ask me, even though he looks just crazy as hell, especially when it's a sight or something, you know, like, it's actually a little bit crazy because he is a Gantly character, right? And when he was in a combat, he using that sight, you know, flying on it or something like that. It's a little bit... weird, to be honest. By the way, what I heard, they nerf his burst animation. You know, Kuro just nerfed his burst animation, which is crazy. Just imagine the character with a broken animation, but not damage. Alright, so yeah, let's do this one, guys. I usually go for TOM. All right. Columbina Hydro application is slow. No, it's not slow actually. It's let's say like that. It's not slow. It has a range. You know what's the problem is? Let me show you. When you use a team without second, oh yeah, actually it's second. It's not slow. It's kind of like it's about range. It's not bad, but you need to close to enemy. Let me show you. It's not slow. Let me show you. Just a second. You know what's the problem is? If I'm not mistaken, let me just do the test. WoW always does that. The weapon type doesn't represent the character's final. Yeah, actually, yeah. That's sometimes, you know what's the problem is? Like, yeah, it looks, let's say like that. When it comes to range weapons, it looks terrible. Melee weapons is okay. You know, like claymore, swords, it's actually normal. But yeah, when it comes to range weapons, it looks terrible. But that's why I like WoW combat. Oh, Mirak, where are you, Mirak? I was kidding about 160 pulse. You can give me like 200, it's no problem. It's completely up to you. Okay, what's the point is with
Converge.
Burst.
Chew on this.
I'm not going to use You see that? Now she's doing like that. I keep her in field. You see that? Her hydro application is actually not bad.
Wait.
You see that? I mean, it's not bad. You just need to keep her on field. Right, she attacks every 2 seconds. But Aino is faster. You know why? Aino, if I'm not mistaken, with second, like Lunar, she doing slightly faster. But thanks why I like Wu. Oh, okay, yeah. Kachi is better than Mona? Yeah. Is Ningguang good choice? Ningguang? Oh no, like Mirak. Like let me just let me go through the characters. I wouldn't suggest you to go. Let's say like that. You can go for Ningguang. She actually has a pretty good. Like why Ningguang might be useful? She has that. It's Shirma shield, you know, which gives you additional geo damage. It's shield and then kind of like buff. It can buff as well, but I wouldn't suggest you. It's better to go for like only a couple characters there. Just a second. If you ask me, I mean, it still depends on your account, but yeah, it's either like Shanling if you don't have constellations, it's Shinchu if you don't have constellations, it's Gaming. You can go for Yao Yao if you don't have any copy because she is actually pretty good. Oh, I would say Lanyan. I went for Lanyan. Other than that, I don't know. You can go for Ningguang. Beidou is not bad, but again, we have pretty good alternatives now. Yunjin is also pretty good. She increased normal attack speed. You know, Yanfei actually, if she is Constellation 6, can be extremely powerful because her charge attacks super powerful. Yes, she can do Vape and Melt. Shiyan actually can be useful with Moalani because she is a shielder and she apply pyro better than some pyro characters. So Shiyan is actually not so terrible. Chonyun is maybe yes, maybe like only Chonyun is completely useless in this game, but yeah, it still depends. I mean, it depends on account. But I would say like yes, Lanyan, Gaming, Chunling, Shinchu, this one. And if you want some shielder and that, yeah, like Beidou is actually not bad. The problem with Beidou, it's better to use Beidou against like multiple enemies. So yeah, she's not so great when it comes to like single targets like higher floors in Spiral Abyss or in Stygian, you know. In case I don't get Zibai, no, come on, like yeah, you can. Mirak, okay, you're as Geo DPS, yeah, you can. It's cause like the fact that Wuwa goes above and beyond for their character's combat animation despite having any weapon type. Yeah, actually, you know what? To be honest, like Kakarot, if you ask me, it's actually terrible. You know why? Just imagine they do some let's say, you know, like that artwork, etc., something like that, but they completely forget about. They don't forget actually. They actually do the damage, like give us pretty good characters as well. But the problem is, if you ask me, I don't like it. For me, it's better to have more simple animation, but get pretty good and powerful character, like easy to use. For example, if you know Cartesia is actually extremely crazy character. By the way, I went for Cartesia Constellation 2, you know, instead of going for Linnae. The point is, sometimes if the enemies are pretty aggressive, it's a little bit difficult to get that sword buff, you know, for with Cartesia. So yeah. I assume that, I hope like AMS is going to be completely different. I do have like Constellation 6. I mean, I can get like already like Mirak. Like I have. Okay, I do have C6 Shanling, Shinchu and Yao Yao is C4 and Lanyan already C4 and like I don't care much about Gaming. Xian is already C6. Okay, let's go. They go for Ningguang. What can I say? I mean, I can get why it's not Your cup of tea, or like what is okay? Oh yeah, like yeah, that's actually it's not forever. Yeah, that is true. I mean, like if you ask me, I will skip that look person, even though I
truth
I
of
don't
this world.
have a pretty good Geo character as Spectra. The only
What
one I
could it
have is
be?
Genshi. She is not so crazy. But with Amy's, I will get third team on my account, which is actually cool because I have only two teams, which is Augusta team and Cartesia team. That's it. I don't have any other team. By the way, I was lucky to get Morny as well. Within 19 pools, something like that. That was crazy actually. And I saved for Amos. So yeah, Amos is going to be like on Wednesday if I'm not mistaken. That's crazy actually. I'm so hyped about Amos. If I will be lucky enough, I will go for her weapon as well. We'll see. Alright, so yeah guys, that's it for today. Thanks for joining. It's a little bit late, but that was actually a pretty good stream. We did a lot of tests, and yeah, when I level up, I hope I can do this diary mode without leveling up, but if I leveled up, like yeah, I will do it definitely. I still need one drop from that boss. And yes, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, Zibai is going to be, she's going to use like pretty weird mats. So if you want to go for Zibai, just keep that in mind. You need that. It's better to do that weekly boss. Yeah, it's like actually yes, she's going to be released tomorrow. In any case, I wish you best of luck with Zibai if you want to go for her. That banner is actually pretty good. When it comes to weapon, I would suggest you just wait, do the test with the weapons you have, and then decide. But keep that in mind. That second best option, not second best option, but yeah, it's about like 20-25% lower in damage because, you know, we don't have so many defense weapons. Yeah, mostly it's 4 stars. We have Claymore, but no swords if I'm not mistaken, so yeah. Alright, so yeah, thanks for joining once again guys, and bye bye guys, bye bye.
I don't sing for anyone in particular. Still, if someone stops to listen, I hope it provides a moment of peace all the same.
At the Adventurers Guild.